Hi, I'm Susan Brewer with Susan Brewer Service First Real Estate. We know that it gets detailed and important because I had to grab the wipe-off board and my glasses. So let's go through a few details that I can really help you as a buyer or a seller in a transaction. This week I saw several contracts, several offers on listings, and one of the biggest things today is sorting out the importance of a sales contract. First of all, there's 9 pages with a lot of information, possibly looking at that ahead of time if you have a busy schedule, or if you know you're not going to have the time to focus in when the offer comes to you. Ask the agent for that in advance so that you can review. Now let's go into the big details. These are the details that will cost a buyer from being able to purchase a home or cost a seller an offer. So basic understandings. So when we're looking at a residential sales contract, there are only 3 things that really are deal breakers in a sale. First of all is price. We all know buyers have a price, seller has a price. If they come together, then the deal is good. The next thing is loan type. If there is going to be a loan, making sure that you are pre-approved, you have the best terms through your lender for those loans is extremely important. And then the last deal breaker in a deal can be the closing date. So price, loan or loan terms, and closing date. Now, this is why deals, offers, contracts don't get accepted in most cases. And that's because of the extra terms that we as agents or buyers feel like they need during a transaction. And the first one is closing cost. In many situations, buyers or sellers don't understand that making a full price offer on a home, offering list price, but asking for closing costs, it isn't a full price offer. For a seller, asking for closing cost could cause a buyer to offer more money than they would offer for your home to compensate, basically borrowing those closing costs. Super important that you understand. As a buyer, that conversation needs to happen with your lender as well. In many cases, that lender can prep you to be a better buyer and not to have to ask for that fact simply by the type of mortgage that they can qualify you for. The next one is home sale or closing. In a competitive market, most sellers do not have to work with a home sale contingency. In a closing contingency, here's some of the details that can hurt your offer. So let's say the buyer has a home sale. It is under contract. They're just waiting to close. So they're writing their offer with a home sale, a home closing contingency. The agent that's working for the seller or the listing agent needs to know all the facts. Is their home contingent on the buyer selling his home, on that buyer selling their home? How many legs does this home closing contingency have? This can be very complicated, and for a seller, it may not be something that they want to deal with. And again, this falls back to your lender. Most lenders now have programs that can keep you from having to write with a home sale or closing contingencies. And here's the big one, inclusions. Just because you love the billiard table or the shuffleboard table or something that's personal property, that should be negotiated completely outside of closing between buyer and seller. It really does muddy up the offer. Lenders can't accept a loan contract with all of those inclusions in, so be very careful on those. Those also impact price. So if you're asking for $10,000 worth of refrigerator, washer, dryer, billiards table, golf cart, whatever the scenario is, it's not a full price offer at that point. So most offers do have two contingencies. We'll go into those a bit later, but let me give you a quick snapshot of those. Most offers are contingent on loan and inspections. If you can keep your offer to simply contingent on those two things, then you probably have a great shot of buying your forever home. If you have any questions, please reach out to me direct. Remember, your professional realtor should be able to walk you through how to prepare your contract to be the best contract on the table.